All right, looks like we're live, everybody. If you're new to the channel, my name is Russ.
I'm Kerry.
And we are the roads we roam. Let's talk about change things up here.
Ooh.
Let's talk about our moderators. Right now we've got Donna in the room. She's a moderator of ours. We've got Justin and Christina. We've got Lewis. I think Blue Wave is in the room as well.
Somebody's missing.
Yeah, we're missing William. You want to bring him up?
Sure thing. Hold on, we're going to download our 2.0 StreamYard version. This is our split screen.
Yeah, we got our split
Come on
screen
in,
up
William. How you doing?
Hey. We got William from Camper Life with us. So super excited to have William. I'm sure all y'all already know who William is. We have a great topic today. It's going to be discount camping. Discount camping clubs is what it's going to be. So before we get to that, boy, I got thrown off. What do we normally do now?
Well, welcome everybody to our weekly
go.
live stream. We are full-time RVers, including this guy right here.
Yep.
And we are going to talk about different topics every Sunday that are related to the RV life. And you don't have to be a full-time RVer to benefit from these topics. This week we are covering, as Russ said, 5 different RV clubs. Now this was taken from an RV article that we saw in a magazine. We'll share that in just a little bit. Russ, the two of you were on a live phone conference yesterday doing last minute updates to the Tampa Super Show meetup that we're going to be having. Why don't you give a quick update on that one? So
yeah, we had William over in the RV in Boone, and then we had Blue Wave Odyssey, Bob on conference call, as well as Scott from This Nomadic Idea. On January 17th this year, we will be in Tampa at 6 p.m. We're going to have a meetup at in the boondocking area there. In that meetup will be, of course, William from Camper Life, Bob from Blue Wave Odyssey, and Scott from This Nomadic Idea, and Kerry and I as well. We're going to have all kinds of gifts, prizes, games, giveaways, and what else are we going to have? Oh yeah, we're going to have a potluck there. So
food.
If you're able to bring a dish, please feel free to bring a dish. If not, no worries. We'll have dishes and drinks and that sort of thing. But what we do suggest are chairs.
Yes.
Yeah. I think you've got a couple extra chairs that you're bringing, right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to bring a couple.
Yeah, I think he can fit about 47 in his new rig, so we're good to go.
So beyond that, we're going to have a special live stream, and that live stream, again, will be myself, will be William, will be Bob, and will be Scott. And hopefully y'all can join in as live audience members. If you're not there live, you can always watch it on the stream.
Now, we're going to give a quick rundown so the two of you can know who's in the room.
Awesome.
One of the, the first person that gets it, before we get into
Blue
that,
Wave Odyssey.
Blue Wave.
Thank you so much, Blue Wave. Much appreciated. So I guess we're splitting that with you in third.
I get half of that commission.
There you go. So the first one to check in today on the stream is Miss Mary Lou North.
Hey, Mary.
Who likes her coffee black.
That's
like mine as a liquid dessert, and she said she can only do that in the later afternoon. We also have a comment from RV Underway who said, Kerry, your bookends are very hard favored, but at least the cookie center is sweet.
Oh, my goodness.
So thank you,
He's got
Ricky.
a way with words, doesn't he?
He does.
I can't compete with that.
You guys are in trouble when you get together with him, I tell you. We also have Slow Momentum.
Hey.
James Cantonese.
James.
Slow Momentum is getting gas, so they may not be able to comment right away.
Gotcha.
I told them they cannot run out of gas. That's happened to us before. Has that ever happened to you?
Not yet.
Not yet. It'll happen.
You better find some wood to knock on, man.
It's not fun. James Cantonese, New Horizons, RV Butterfly.
Hey, guys.
Miss Deborah Cadabra. Stop, Eat, Explore.
Dave and Susan, thanks for joining us, guys.
POA, who
Rick.
saved the show, by the way.
Becky and Fabian, we saw your comment come, or I think it was an Instagram thing. It reminded me, I didn't put the phone on Do Not Disturb, so thank you guys, appreciate that.
Dreaming Out Loud RV.
Hey guys.
We were talking about these guys just a few minutes ago, Two Doves Nation.
Two Doves Nation, we were talking about you guys. Miss you, Ace and Amanda, can't wait to hook up with you in Vegas, and then again, hopefully in West.
Only Adventure. And
Suzanne
Nelson Klein, both of those I think are newer names. So
yeah.
thank you for joining
Only
us.
Adventure is actually one that I found, and they've been coming into some of mine and Bob's live stream. Really good people. Really, they're a newer channel.
Very cool.
Oh, well, see, they get a bonus because you're here today. Tunestead is in
Hey,
here,
guys.
Nomadic Hippie.
Toonstead does your icon,
Yeah,
right?
he's done a lot for me. Yeah,
And
he is awesome.
we're remiss. He offered to do a drawing for us. We just haven't sent the
Oh,
email yet, so I
okay.
think we need to take him up on
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Dennis Throckmorton, we haven't seen
Hey,
you in a
Dennis.
while. Hey, Dennis. We also, Captain Jack Scrapper.
Hey,
I love that
ahoy,
name.
matey.
And did you say,
I have
call
no
out
idea where that came from.
That's what he does.
Oh, that's
Yeah, he is awesome.
Justin and Christina's van life? Did you give a shout out at the
Yes, I
beginning?
did,
I didn't
yeah.
know if you were so excited about introducing William.
I mentioned them. Yep.
Okay, so do either of you have anything before we jump
No,
into
just
today's
thank you all
topic?
for joining us, and yeah, let's jump right into the topic.
We
here.
all want to go camping and we all want to save money. I think that can all be agreed
Yep.
in the room. So this is from an article from Good Sam. Sorry. All right. That's a spoiler alert. So from the Dyrt Magazine, this was a December 13th article, and they did an article called 5 Top Savings Clubs for RVers, Fifth Wheels, and Trailers. So we decided that we're going to go through their list of what they deemed were 5 of the top savings
Yeah.
and our experiences with them and what we think about them.
And especially the reason why this jumped out to us is because we've been members of all 5 of these membership things. So we figured, oh, cool, we can talk about that. So we are just using basically this article as their list of
springboard.
5 as a springboard. But we're going to talk about our experiences with them, and we hope you guys will jump in there. I know William is a member of several of these as well.
Yep.
So I think it'll be a good topic today.
And I think Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy who just joined us, will enjoy that as well.
Yes, yes, I saw Paul jump in. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Okay, so the first one on their list is the Good Sam Club. It comes in at $29 a year for
Yep.
the membership. You get a little bit of a discount. It's $50 for a 2-year and $75 for a 3-year membership.
Oh, very good.
So what are your initial thoughts, William?
So I've actually never used this one before, but I got it when I bought my RV. It just came with it. But the one thing that I've seen is typically it's like a 10% discount on the daily charges. That's what
Okay.
I have seen.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I think we've only used ours for camping once, but where we do use it a lot is at Pilot and Flying J. You get 5 cents off for gas, and I forget how much you get off on propane, but you do get a certain amount off on propane. That's where we tend to use it a lot.
A lot.
Yep, and
Very
I've
much
just
so.
been recently educated on that, so I'm going to start using it a lot.
Fantastic.
Nomadic Hippie, we love you too as well.
Hey, thank you so much,
Hey Bob,
Nomadic
can you go
Hippie.
ahead and put a link for them below? So if anybody doesn't know them, they showed us some support. We want to show some support back. And we've gotten a couple of messages that William is really glowing today.
Yeah.
And it just dawned on me, it won't be for long, the sun is moving, but maybe the two of you could jump and switch.
Yeah, we can do that if it's...
Yeah, all right. It's like that car game where you guys run around.
All right,
What's that called?
Chinese fire drill.
The
Let's
fire
go
drill.
around.
Go.
Yeah.
We should have. Too bad we don't have like that music where you guys could. If you could only see this side.
All right, there we go.
All right, so that way you won't reflect as much because you got a hat on.
Now Russ is glowing. All right, guys. So yeah, we use it a lot for that. What are some of the other options or benefits that you can get from it, Carrie?
All right, so you talked about the discount at the gas pump.
I did.
You get a 10% discount at partner campgrounds and RV parks, and they have over 2,400 eligible campgrounds within their network. And you also, I'm cheating and looking at notes here.
You get some off at any purchase at Camping World as well.
Camping World and Gander Outdoors.
Yeah, is that like 10%?
Yeah, and you also get free shipping if you order things online.
Oh, online, yeah. Yeah, but to me, 100% honest, I think the best thing about Good Sam's is the fact that you get 5 cents off per gallon at gas. One thing that we haven't had to use, thank goodness this isn't wood, but I'm going to knock on it anyways,
At least
is
you didn't knock on my head.
you get they have, what is it, emergency road service or emergency road towing too that comes along with that package.
Yes, and you know, there are some downsides to this. A lot of people, you will hear them complain that the minute you sign up, you are opening yourself up to a ton of junk mail.
True.
And they are notorious for sending you renewal reminders. 2 year, like if you do a 3-year membership, 6 months in, I was getting a renewal notice for it because they're hoping, I think, that you're going to forget, and you're like, oh, it's time to renew, and then you go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Don't let that get to you. It's well worth it.
Lewis outside just super chatted. Thank you so much, Lewis. We appreciate that more than you know. Great guy right there. He's been putting out a lot of neat videos here recently about camping and hunting and exploring the wilderness areas of Florida.
He went back to a favorite harvest host site of ours.
That's right.
In Tavares, Florida, Far Reach Ranch.
Love that place.
He got to pick strawberries.
I saw he had a whole thing of strawberries, so
That's
very
nice.
cool.
He just put a video out on that one, so check that out. Lewis is a great guy, and he puts out really good content.
Yeah, yeah.
So where was I?
So we were talking about
Oh yes, the email stuff.
yeah.
You can opt out. You've got to dig in there a little bit, but you can opt out. And I'm really sorry that I'm glowing, people.
Yeah,
I
it's
should have
just
put
the
a hat
sun.
on.
No worries here. But here's another thing that you have to deal with when you sign up with Good Sam's. Not only are they going to bombard you with the emails talking about time to re-sign, but every time you go through the registers at Camping World, you get asked too.
Yes.
Hey, you only have 11 months and 29 days left of your
We actually
subscription.
just got asked to renew at the counter at a Camping World. And we've
Yeah.
got over 2 years left. Actually, asked, I said, how long do we have left? Well, you got 2 years now. Well, not interested.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, every time I go through Camping World, I get asked to re-sign up as well.
So my thought on it is, if you are using it a lot, if you plan on doing a lot of traveling where you can save on the gas, the campgrounds that you're going to stay at, you'll save. If you, just between those two things, if it covers the cost of your membership, I think it's worthwhile. But then also, if you are a newbie and you have a lot of equipment to buy, that's where it can come in handy.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the Good Sam membership before you go to a Camping World and start buying a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think it's well worth the $29 a month. That's or $29 for that membership, because when we're in big vehicles like our Class A, we have 80 gallons that we can fill up with. I don't know
83,
how.
yeah.
83. How many gallons is yours? Do you know?
It is
212.
Yeah, yeah. So that adds up. 5 cents per gallon there adds up a lot, and you're always refilling those Class A's.
Oh yeah, I can't tell you the amount of gallons, but I can tell you the amount of money.
Yeah. So I think this is worthwhile. Kerry and I signed up for this right in the beginning, and we're still members, and will continue to be members. Yeah.
All right. Moving on to number 2.
Well, let's find
Oh, well,
out.
yeah. Only
Let's-
Adventure said, we bought it, but don't use it as much for camping as much as we do for gear. Very, very convenient.
Yes.
Same with us.
Yeah, and gas. Yeah. Any other comments on it?
No, not so much on Good Sam. I think it's a very well-known one, so I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's in that much of a disagreement with it.
We are going to move on, but if you have any comments or any questions about that, feel free to shout those out, and Kerry can try to keep up with all
Here's
that.
Lewis. He said, I combine Good Sam with a Sam's Club credit card, and he gets cents off per gallon plus a % cash back with Sam's
Oh, wow.
Club.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's smart.
Double dipping, that's smart.
Yep.
And then POA said they just use Gas Buddy, that helps them. And okay. And then we're getting updates by Paul Chamberlain. By the way, Saints just recovered a fumble. So there we go. We've got our little ticker update down at the bottom.
This was, I can't believe it's NFL playoff weekend, and we still have 49 people in there. Thank you all for showing up. It's much
Thank you.
appreciated.
Tunstead said they have church, so they have to go.
Well,
Blessed
hey,
for
thanks
all.
for joining us.
Thank
See
you.
Jim. Have a good one, Jim.
Bye, Jim. Okay, so number 2 on the list from the Dyrt Magazine article, Passport America coming in at $44 a year on the annual membership.
Now, William, are you a member of Passport
I
America?
am actually. I just re-upped to their 3-year plan, so I got get a little bit of a discount, but not a whole lot, but every little bit helps. So.
Maybe you could talk to us about it, because we were members and we didn't re-sign up. What are your feelings? What made you decide that you're going to re-sign up?
Well, so the biggest thing for us was, so this was actually the first one that we used, and we got a campground that was originally, I think it was $26 per day, but we got it for $13 per day for a week for our very first day. But we've used it a couple just for like some drop overs, during the week. Now, I will say one of the downsides is typically during any kind of weekend, it's not going to be a benefit, because most places won't honor the Passport America through the weekend.
Gotcha.
Good to know.
I have seen that. That's one of the most one of the most attractive things about Passport America was the fact that you can get up to 50% off. Our problem, the reason why we didn't re-up, we only used it once, but we had a really difficult time getting into these parks.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, they would be open, but they only had a certain number of spots that were open for Passport America.
Yeah, and you do get I'm gonna say the lesser spots. You definitely do not get premier spots with Passport America, so you're kind of getting just what's, basically the spots that people typically maybe not would want, but if it's for a few days for a sleepover, that's why I don't think too much about it. But and our first one was, I mean, it wasn't, when you say hard to get in, the first one we went to, and you do get some that are off of the beaten path too. That's the other thing. But you can get them right off the interstate and stuff too. But our first one was really hard. It was a one-lane road for about 1.5 miles.
Oh no!
Ran into somebody else coming. It was interesting.
Yeah, and that is another knock that I've heard about Passport America, is that a lot of their parks tend not to be the best parks out there. But really, when you're looking at not the best parks out there versus a 50% reduction, like you said, you went down from what, $26 a night down to $13 a night?
And
that's
that was
hard
pretty
to
good.
beat. Yeah.
Yeah, my only thing on it, as Russ mentioned earlier, is it didn't become a go-to. So you get in these habits as you are starting to look, and since I'm typically the one that will just find the next location, Russ is the driver. He just goes where I tell him to go.
I just drive.
After hitting a wall several times when I tried to use it, it just became okay, that'll just be my last resort one because I ran into issues. So I think it's well worth it if it works for you. It just didn't work for us, so now it's not a habit for us.
Yeah.
But as William said, it works for him and he's gotten some great discounts for it.
That's why I'm glad we've got William in here, because you're getting, first, you're getting two different opinions here, and everybody's had their own experiences and their own battles or successes with these. So it's nice to have two different views on these things here. Big Life, Simple Life, Big Adventure popped in, said hello. I just wanted to say, hey guys, thanks for joining us.
So our epic RV adventure is here, and Blue Wave.
Actually, who I spoke with the other day was our epic RV adventure. So really good people there.
Awesome.
Well,
Thanks for joining us.
Blue Wave said he stayed in the Keys for $45 a night using Passport America.
Wow. Because that's usually 100 plus, no matter what.
So that's a really good one.
Yeah.
That's a very good deal. So see,
Thanks, Bob.
it can come in handy. POA, we are getting to that one. You're
Jumping the gun here.
Rosebud's Travels said the Geezer America Pass COE parks are half off. We have yet to stay at the Corps of Engineer parks.
Yeah. Well,
I've been looking.
We tried to when we were visiting Waco, and that was during that government shutdown last year, and it was shut down. You couldn't get in.
Auntie Debbie Jean, she said, happy Sunday, jumping in late. Good
Auntie
topic. And everybody, please feel free to share some of your experiences. We'd love to bring them out because, as Donna reiterated, everybody here is such a great resource. And that's part of the reason why we do this live, so we can all get together. You can ask questions and get answers from not only us, but everybody else in the room, real time.
So let's see here real quick. Karen Malarski wants to know if you did a video on how you plan your traveling. I think that's a great idea, and I think Carrie definitely needs to do that because she does a fantastic job.
Yeah, we talked about it a long time ago in one of our vlogs, more about what apps we kind of used, but we know a little bit more now, so I think it's definitely something worth revisiting.
Yeah.
So thank you, Karen. And we have Travels with Delaney,
I
who
saw
has
the
just
Godfather popped in here.
Yeah, Patrick, that's sticking. I'm sorry.
Thanks for joining us, Patrick.
Oh, he said, I'm watching at home on our 65-inch TV while I edit our next video. Oh, no, that's a really big TV, and we're really glowing. I'm sorry.
All of us are. Well,
You can turn off all the other lights, and we'll light up your house.
There you go.
But I have to say it's much better than yesterday. Yesterday it rained.
Oh,
And
yeah, it was bad.
it was like the movie The Birds. If you check our Instagram, I got a clip of all these. What are they? Buzzards.
Yeah, buzzard.
Yep.
And you had an explanation for it.
Yeah. So there's actually a wildlife refuge right behind where they're camped at, and I didn't even know they were here at that point. But I went to the wildlife refuge. Video coming on that one. But so I went right by their RV site yesterday and didn't even realize it. But there's all kinds of buzzards, hundreds and hundreds of them in the park.
It was unbelievable in the sky. It made sense once William was explaining that they're over there because I guess they've got food out there.
Yeah.
I was afraid to walk through the field. I didn't know what I'd find.
I was telling him, get Billy back in. If she just slows down, they might think she's dead or something.
So yeah, William is just literally right across the street from us, and we didn't even know we were all so close to each other.
So we had to invite him on. This was like a last minute this morning. We were like, hey, let's ask William if he'll like jump in on the
Liz
live.
Childers just popped in. Hey Liz, thanks for joining
Hey
us.
Liz, what
Miss
you
ya.
cooking today?
I know.
I didn't get to answer you because I checked my phone right before we were going live. She's been riding around on her e-bikes and having a blast.
So Mark just super chat us.
Informative topic. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Mark and Karen.
Yes, you guys are awesome. You're too kind, and we do appreciate it.
Now, they don't have their tab 320 yet, or tab 400 yet. Karen's working on it. But when they do get it, they will be well informed and ready because we are going to go on to the next discount club.
Okay.
And that is one that I know all of us are members of, Escapees.
Yes.
So that is $40 a year annual membership.
Yes, it is.
And they have a large network of campgrounds that you can get discounts on and stay at relatively cheaply. We've stayed at the ones in Livingston.
Yes, we have.
There is one down the road here that you can stay at. We're in the Wauchula area. They have an Escapees one. You can boondock there for $13 a night here
Now,
in
do you
Florida.
have to be a member to stay at the parks?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
But if you're not, they'll charge you a $39 fee, and then you by default become a member, and then you get to stay there. So if you're staying long enough and you want that discount, it kind of evens out. But you've been a long-time member of Escapees, correct?
Actually, this is my favorite one. And just knowing the list, this is by far my favorite one. Even over mine, and I know that's not on the list, but even over 1,000 Trails, this is by far my favorite one.
Okay. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your experiences with it.
So actually, I lived at an Escapees park for 6 months in my previous RV. So when I first got started in Knoxville, Tennessee, just great place, really like the people there. And so their workers, they are full-time campers too. So everybody that works in an Escapees park that I've ran into so far are full-time campers. So they really understand kind of what's going on with it. But just they got the mail forwarding service. I actually just switched from Good Sam roadside assistance to Escapees because there is so all the other ones have a limit on if you call them out more than twice a year, you can't use it anymore. Escapees does not.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's no limit on how many times. If you call them out 10 times a year, you've called them out 10. It doesn't matter.
On that 10th time, they're going to tell you just give up.
Get a new rig.
Get something new.
But
there's so many good benefits to it. But I really, their parks are always really clean. And actually, our plans just changed. So after the Tampa show, we're leaving Florida and we're going to an Escapees park, actually in Alabama after that. So easier to get into, I think. I just really like it, and for the price, you can't beat it.
Yeah, we, like Kerry said, we stayed at the Escapees in Livingston, and that's where our domicile is at. One thing that I really like about Escapees is that they have their Escapees Care program. And basically what that is they take care of older retired RVers. They can go there, they've got nurses on site, they make meals for them, and I don't know how much this costs, but the fact that they do have that available, when we stayed at Livingston, we saw that in action a lot. The nurses were actually mobile in golf carts going out to check on some of their
So it
some of the
allows
older
people
campers.
to stay independent,
Yes.
live in their RVs in this community where there's resources. They have activities, as Russ said, they have nurses that check up, they have helping with meal plans. So people that have been RVing their whole life, and then if something happens, they don't feel like they have to be a burden and try to go back to their kids if they're able to, but if they're not, they can still be on their own.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Another benefit, they have a lot of different discounts as a member, and the Godfather, has shared one that he recently took advantage of. The Battleborn discount alone is worthwhile, but for joining Escapees, if you're going to purchase lithium batteries.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
So he went ahead and he did that, and he saved a lot of money from it. And they have a bunch of others, and there's an online community. They have classes. We just can't say enough about it. If you go to the Escapees website, if you're interested, enter our member code 145433, and Russ
Wow.
can get his little lamplighter pin that
Yeah.
he talks about all
So
the
That
time.
is amazing that you remember.
I had to look it up because I knew he would ask about it.
I was, and you know me too well. We don't get anything from that other than lamplighter points, and lamplighter points can be used so that you get these little lamp lights on your name tag, and the more you have, it looks like the more support you've given.
Yeah.
So we would appreciate if you did. I think we've got 3 lamp lights on our pin now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
And,
that
I
is
will say,
very
that in
cool.
my opinion, out of all the ones you're going to list today, this is by far the best one.
Yeah.
I think by far. They just so many things in
It's a
one place.
one-stop
Yes.
shop, really, it is. And they have such a support network. So it's beyond a discount club. It's a big network.
Yeah. And they've
And
been
now,
doing it for a long time, too, so they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
and within that, you also have the working nomads that are called the escapers. And it doesn't cost anything extra when you register as an escapee. If you want to be part of the escapers, you can just check a little box, and that gives you a different network of people that are doing what we're doing, working
Yeah.
from the road full time. And it really doesn't matter what age you are, but you have different resources available to
Yeah,
you.
the escapers crowd is a little bit younger because a lot of them are working just like the 3 of us are. And they have these meetups that they called convergences. And Kerry and I and Ace and Amanda did a convergence
In
in
Moab.
which was super cool. And what was really neat about that, when you come back to these convergence meetings, they have these all year long, all over the place. And when you drive in, the way they welcome you is welcome home, welcome home,
Yeah.
welcome home. And that was just such a great feeling. Beyond the escapers, you have the annual get together, which last year was at Tucson, and this year it's going to be in Wyoming, right?
Yes.
Those are fantastic because they have it goes over a weekend, and they have so many classes and so many get-togethers that happen. I mean, I learned so much about black tanks, about RV driving safety just by going to these classes, and they're put on by people who are long-time RVers. We're talking 20, 30 years, and you learn so much at these get-togethers.
And they have vendors at them as well. So, for example, we need to get a new awning for a rig. If we went to one of these, they have vendors there that we could purchase, and they would come out and fit it onto our rig right
Yeah.
there. You won't even have to drive. William was talking about upgrading to Battleborn batteries. If he went to a place like that where Battleborn is last year at Tucson, they went and arranged people swapping out and getting it all installed while they were there at
And
the
actually, I
event.
may check into that since you gave me that information. That's probably what I'm going to do.
It was interesting because we were out there, and our neighbor, I cannot remember his name, but he was having some problems. He already had Battleborn, and he was having some issues. He wasn't sure that
Oh, yeah.
they was reading correctly. Battleborn just came out, went through his rig, helped him out, got him squared away.
They seem like a solid company, too.
I was so impressed. I sat in on their presentation. So they were fantastic. James Cantonese asked, does Escapees do mail? Yes, they do. It's an additional fee because they have different tiers of service, but they do offer it, and that's what we use all the time. And it's worked out well
And
for
Kerry
us.
just educated me on that, so that's what I'm going to be using as well. And anybody who is also getting started in this, something else they offer is driver training. So
Yes.
they actually
Yes.
have driver training
Miss
for
Donna
beginners.
Delahanty did that.
Yeah, they have what they call, it's an online course, and I don't know if it's free or if you have to pay for it, but I think it's their RV University. And there's some great information out there. Donna, when we go through Phoenix, we're going to have a topic on that because I know Donna did it, and it would be fantastic if Donna
Get the
joined us
interview.
live.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's a really good organization. It's been around for a long time. It's under new management, but the new management now is the son and daughter-in-law of the people who actually started Escapees.
That's awesome.
And so it's
Yeah.
been a family business for a long time. So I shouldn't read these, but Jerry Hawley asks, instead of the lamplighter pins and points, can you get a drone with your points?
Man, I'm gonna have to ask him.
And
so
then-
Donna's saying that's amazing. It was amazing. So I think she's talking about the RV University there.
And then RV Underway said, I hear that lamplights can be traded for a drone.
Woohoo!
I'm actually taking Russ after this to go get his drone. We've already talked about this pre-show.
Yeah, he's just gonna. Carrie won't let me go, so we're gonna go out and go explore and go buy a drone.
Yeah, it's going to be a forgiveness thing versus a permission thing.
And when they come back, the rig won't be here.
I know we don't. I know we don't have to worry about that.
Hey,
Oh yeah, she won't drive it, will she?
She has.
I have
very
mastered
sparingly.
empty parking lot driving.
I think you'll
So
do
hey,
fine.
we got Jurgen's Journey in here, so I just wanted
Hey,
to say hello to Jurgen. If you haven't seen him yet or checked his stuff out, he's a great guy, fun to
yeah.
watch, and I'll tell you what, I know how to set up a trailer, but he just recently did
That
how
was
he sets
awesome.
his trailer up, and he did something in there that is such a big time saver that I've been doing the hard way. You know,
Really?
yeah. What he did was
Are you giving away his secret?
No, it's on his
Okay.
video. You know what? I don't want to tell you what it is, but it was something that was an epiphany. I said, wow, why didn't I think of that? It was so simple. So go and check out Jurgen's Journey's video about how he sets up his camper, which is a Winnebago. And I'll tell you, you will learn something from it. I learned a lot from it, and I thought I knew how to do it.
He's a smart guy.
He
I mean,
is.
he knows his stuff.
I'm glad we have him on our side.
Yeah,
Using his knowledge for good.
You know what his number one thing, the very first thing, I'll give this one away. The very first thing he does is get Rotten Bear out, give him some water.
Yeah.
Yep, let him stretch his legs. So
Yes, gotta take care of Rotten Bear.
good dog person there.
Two Doves said Moab was so much fun until the accident.
Yeah, that's right. Where Ace ended up really injuring his knee pretty bad. I don't know if he had a little bit too much to drink or not, but it was at one of the nighttime parties
Well,
that
and
they had.
Yeah, it was right after they filmed the Bloody Margarita.
It was Bloody
The
Mary night.
Yeah, the Bloody Mary night.
Well, now we know what happened. So, well, if they're like that, I look really forward to meeting y'all now.
Okay, so
Good
Mary,
people, good
Mary
people.
Lou North said, we're in our 60s, but they have a 7-year-old. Escapee's okay for kids.
Yes.
They are
Yes.
fantastic. We were, as we said, we were at this national rally in February, was
Yeah,
it?
in Tucson.
In Tucson, and they had a whole program for homeschooled kids. And I know we were talking earlier before the live a little bit about homeschooling. So that is a great resource for you to get with like-minded people that are in that same situation.
And not only that, because they're grandparents, but was that what they said? They were grandparents, right? And have a 7-year-old. But they have special get-togethers and events for kids at these events as well.
And I will say on that too, going back to the one in Knoxville, that would not be one, and that's actually a rainbow park, because they got the rainbow parks and then they got the SKP parks, which
Yes.
are actually separate. But Knoxville would not be one I would suggest for kids, because it's out in the middle of nowhere and there's nothing to do for kids there.
Right.
But like the one we're going to in Alabama here, Rainbow Plantation, now it's all about kids, and you're like 10 miles from the ocean. So
You look like powder over there.
yeah. Here, I'm gonna hide behind Carrie.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, wait.
No, it looks. I mean, I guess I need to let my hair grow back out. I guess.
Well, no,
Okay,
it
wait.
was like your whole face and everything.
Switch again, because the shade is over here now. So
Oh my
smooth.
goodness, you want to switch again?
Yeah, you need to.
All right, here we go. I'm sorry, I had to say it, William.
We about ran into each other.
Okay, in the meantime,
I know you can take it. That's why I said it.
Well,
And the-
after Mark's roast, I know I can.
Yeah, that's true.
okay, Nomadic Hippie is an escaper as well. So
Awesome.
maybe we'll run into them one time.
Yeah, but just like William was saying, I agree. It's very good for kids. There are some that aren't so good, and the reason why they're not so good is just because there's not a whole lot to do for kids.
And if you research it, I mean, each one, because I've actually been going through them, each one will tell you what's there, what's not there, so it's pretty easy to figure it out.
Yeah, and but their yearly event that they have, they know that there's going to be kids there, and they have special get-togethers for the kids. They have story time, they have crafts, they have face painting, all that stuff. So, you know, it would be very fun, I think, for kids.
See, I didn't get down that far, but yes, Jerry Holly was saying William and Russ need to change spots again. Okay.
Oh boy,
So-
he's gonna punch me when he gets.
No,
Everybody's.
I love it.
William's new nickname is Powder, so we'll call William Powder from now on.
That could be a new channel name.
PP, if you want everybody to call, if his new nickname should be Powder, PP right now.
I know how you feel, RV Underway.
Northwoods RV Life, PP.
Oh,
Auntie
my
Debbie G,
goodness.
PP. Justin Christine, PP. Proceeding onward, PP.
Oh.
Laugh. Oh my goodness, Powder. Looks like you've got a new name. Two Doves, PP. Mary Lou, PP.
It could be worse.
Susan, PP.
Oh my goodness, there's nobody disagreeing
Yeah,
with it.
RV reviews by the Air Force guy, PP. Justin and Christina are laughing. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so number 4 on our list, we're going to pass by now our escapees love.
Yeah.
And Boondockers.
Mary Lou North says we love you, William, and we do
Yeah,
love
I love
you.
you back.
Boondockers Welcome. It's $30 a year for the membership. And what that is it has fellow, it's got people that will open up their homes or their businesses and let you park there overnight at no fee. You pay the $30. There's an app or a website that you get to go to. You put in the location that you want to go. It will show you the available properties, the limitations, so your length, size, what the driveway, what the area is like, and then the contact information for the host owner. You are a member, correct? Or no?
No, Boondockers Welcome. I have not
Okay.
used.
Okay, so we were members and we never used it. To me, and this is it might be different now that I've been doing this for a while, but one thing that scared me about Boondockers Welcome is I never knew what I was getting into. And I don't even mean the people. I'm talking more about the environment. What am I going to have to back this rig into? Because I have heard from some people that it's just some people's places are small driveways, and I was very nervous about it. So we did not re-up our Boondockers Welcome, but like Lewis is a Boondockers Welcome, and if we had a place like that, there was no problem getting in there.
Well, so Joyce Voyagers, they are Boondockers Welcome.
Oh, are they in the house?
Yes, they are.
Hey, good to see you, Daniel and Corey.
And they said they loved it. They used Boondockers Welcome near Prescott, Arizona. Did I say that right? Yeah, Prescott.
Prescott, yeah, Prescott,
Oh,
yeah.
Prescott, Biscuit, something like that. It was a video Joyce Voyagers did. And great folks, and really the only place near there. That's where the benefit comes in, because if you are in a place where there are no campgrounds around and there's no BLM land or free camping and you just need a place to stay, these are great resources and they've been vetted. It has a whole review system, so you can kind of know a little bit what you're getting into. Now we had reservations at one place, and it was
a
more
barn
of a
in
business.
Georgia, right?
Yeah, it was a barn in Tennessee.
Tennessee,
actually.
okay.
And they used it for weddings, and they had this big, massive parking lot, much like a Harvest Host location. The owners lived in Georgia. That's where you get Georgia from. And why are you Powder now?
RV Underway says once Russ gives you a nickname, it sticks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then Donna also did confirm it's Prescott.
Okay.
There we
awesome.
go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, Joyous Voyager's video, it stuck in my head. Thank you, Corey. And Joyous Voyager said we had coffee and strawberry shortcake for us with free hookups at their site.
Well, that sounds
Yeah.
good right there.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Like I said, I've seen some great reviews about Boondockers Welcome. It's just that we signed up for everything when we went.
Blanket, because we didn't know what we were going to use.
Yeah, so there are things we had to pick and choose which ones we wanted, and the fact that we never used it was the reason why we took it off. Now, again, having done this for a while, that might be something I look forward. I'll do in the future.
It is typically other people that have RVs or had RVs,
Yeah.
and they've got the space, they know what it's like, they know what the struggle is, and they've opened up their homes to other RVers. If you are an extrovert, I think this is a great opportunity for you to meet people, because more than likely when you go, like what Corey and Daniel experienced, they're opening their home to you and you have great conversations and meals. Now, if you're an introvert and you just don't want to do anything with anyone, it might be a little bit more uncomfortable for you. So that's my thought on it.
So I have heard one kind of bad story. You remember
Oh,
Patrick from Travels with Delaney was telling us that they went there, and the lady had him. She's like, "Well, do you know how to do this?"
No, that wasn't Patrick. That was that couple we met in Livingston when we were
Oh,
at
I thought it was
Escapees.
Patrick. Okay. Yeah, well, this couple was telling us that when they pulled in, this lady basically used him as her handyman. Said, "Oh, do you know how to do electrical?" Pulled her down, had him down there looking. He says, "I really didn't know what I was doing, but she was my host, so I felt I had to."
Wow.
So,
And that's, but you leave that in the reviews and then you know in advance. But I think that might have also been something that jaded us from looking into that as a resource at first, because we heard of that and Russ is like, I'm not very good at handyman
yeah,
work.
you don't want me working on your
Carrie's
electrical.
chair is still at a 45-degree angle for 7 months. I'm never going to get out
What
of
about
here.
you, William? Can you do electrical?
Very little, but I've got a dad who can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me on boondockers, well, I'll tell you, the big reason I kind of shied away from them is up until here recently, I was afraid of boondocking. I
Yeah.
really didn't have any interest in it when we first got into this, and through watching you all, then when we went to Michigan to pick up the new RV, that's all we did. We did not book anything all the way up or all the way back. That's all we did the whole way.
Fantastic.
It's so easy. You don't have to check in. You don't have
Yeah.
to check out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's when Carrie and I will typically boondock. We've been doing a lot of boondocking out here at these Florida water management areas, but when we are going from one destination or from one place to another place, we tend not to want to spend, $36 just to camp overnight, because you're usually, you're traveling all day. You don't get to go out and do much within the campgrounds. You're just pulling in to sleep. So we'll usually do a Walmart or something like that. Where did you guys, where were you boondocking at?
We used several rest stops. We used Walmart, and actually, so as we started to come back from Michigan, we ran into a little bit of ice. So we just parked at just some random store. And I know the I guess the etiquette thing is to go in and ask. But
Yeah.
I never went in to ask.
Ooh,
I
the
just
chores
parked
come
and-
down.
We don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I just parked and stayed, but I did notice that other people were doing it too. So I
Yeah.
kind of just fell in with the crowd.
I think that's happens a lot. If you see a
All
bunch
right,
of
Mark,
other,
take care. Thanks for joining us.
I thought you were waving to the car going by. I think that tends to be what happens. If you see a bunch of other RVs in the parking lot,
Yeah.
it's kind of somebody else already asked, and you
Now
see
the
that
ice
happen.
one, we did start that, and it was just at a random store, but we just pulled in because it was getting slick, and I thought, well, I'd rather get in trouble than wreck.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of money and a lot of, you can always replace property, but you can't replace health,
Now,
injuries.
Simple Life Big Adventures said we are considering joining Boondockers to open our driveway to other RVers. It'll be a safe place, and I would be excited to meet other RVers. Now, there's a benefit to doing that. If you offer to
All right,
be a
Endless
host,
RVing. Thank you.
bye Izzy, bye MJ, that if you open up your place, your fee is waived. So you get to be a member of Boondockers Welcome, and you don't have to pay. So that's the extra
pretty
little
neat.
perk if you are a host. So I thought that was really nice. Jurgen said, I would consider being a host if I had more level ground to offer. Also, I never know when or how long I will be gone. So you could talk to Lewis outside about that just a little bit more, but you can put windows that you have available. So whenever you're gone, you could block those times off. And I think if Jurgen opened up his place as a Boondockers home, we'd all be signing up and we'd all
Just
be
to go
camping
hang
at
out with
Jurgen's.
them.
Yeah.
Tell us a story, Jurgen.
Exactly.
Ricardo just popped in. I hadn't
Ricardo.
seen the name before. He says hello. He loves our channel and loves our chat. Well, thank you so much. I think the reason why these chats are so popular is because of you guys. Carrie and I do very little in here. It's people like, well, I know William and Bob are busier than we are because William is a moderator, but we have so much great information given from the community.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very easy for us
It's you all
to
too,
do.
though. I mean, y'all are good people, and I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting here beside of you.
And he's
but-
afraid of me, like,
Yeah, she's good with the elbow, but,
You can't see the knife I've got to his ribs here.
No, for me, this is a bucket list thing for me to be able to do a live
Really?
chat with y'all. So this is like getting it a week early.
Well, awesome. Well, that means a lot to us. Thank you. We have always wanted to have you on. We've watched your live streams. We watch your videos. And boy, we've been kind of going back and forth on chats for about a year now, I think.
pretty close.
And,
well, I know since July at the very least.
Yeah.
And of course, my first one, he comes up with a new nickname, but
See,
Oh,
you
my
didn't know
goodness.
what you were in for. Speaking of not knowing what you're in for, Liz Childers, who we boondocked at her house in Texas,
Yeah.
she said, Russ, she's making you a honeydew list for when you come back.
Oh, well, anything for you, Liz.
Slow momentum, great info, guys, no talcum.
Well, thank you, Slow Momentum.
so much.
Yeah.
Bob, can you do what you do?
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Our national adventure, we have never done Boondockers Anonymous. I think we are a bit more introverted. We are RV to explore and enjoy with our kids.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the great thing about RVing is there are so many options and so many different ways to do things.
I agree.
Just because it's right for William doesn't mean it's right
Right.
for us. Just because it's right for us doesn't mean it's right for William. And there are so many ways to do RVing. There's typically no wrong way unless you're causing damage to your vehicle or somebody else's vehicle. But no, we agree. So.
All right, I just want to make sure. I'm looking for any other comments on that one.
Yeah, we may have to look back into Boondockers Welcome. We had a good experience with Lewis. He is a Boondockers Welcome host. So
Oh, going back to you talking about just boondocking along the way. POA said one time they parked just so that they could go upload a video somewhere.
Yeah.
They came back there and there was a sticker saying that we were going to get towed by 5 p.m. and they weren't even staying for the night. They just went into a Starbucks. That can happen. There was a place, I can't remember the name of the town, it's right outside of Hershey, where they had signs on every entrance into the Walmart and Lowe's parking lot area. You can't even go there to shop.
Yep, well, we've
That
seen a
if
couple
you-
on the way here in Florida.
Yeah, if you just if you even
That's
drive
right.
your RV in there to shop, you run the risk of being towed.
yeah, good point.
So that's where the All Stays app. That's one of my favorite
Yeah.
ones that I use a lot. And the only way these apps can continue to be great is if people, when you find new things,
Update them.
update them, send
Yeah.
those the updates, and then we can all use that and benefit from it. But the All Stays app is usually the most up to date on those, and you can find out friendly Walmarts and unfriendly.
Yeah, Joyous Voyagers just asked a question about the difference between boondocking and harvest hosts, and I think that's a great segue to go into harvest hosts.
That is number 5 on the list.
Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Joyous Voyagers. I forgot who asked that, but somebody asked that question. Joyous Voyagers asked how many water management areas have we stayed at since we've been down in Florida? It's only 2 right now.
And
We're
we're going to one
to
more.
our 3rd here soon. But we have a video that just came out today on Dupuis, and we'll do another one next week on that. So let's segue into
so
harvest
it was
hosts.
Life is Better Exploring asked how is
Okay.
Boondockers Welcome different from Harvest Hosts? And Mary Lou North, bless my heart. I love my Sunday and Fridays now. We
Wow.
love you too, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. It's much appreciated. Like I said, these are so good, not only for, these are so good for us because you all make our Sundays and Fridays so much better. It's like you're right here with us. And fortunately for us, we got William here right with us.
Powder's
AKA
here.
Powder.
Yeah. But Mary Lou, we appreciate it. And just thank you so much.
Mary Lou's awesome. She really is. Because I know she joins us a lot. I see her comment on all my
She's a
videos.
sweetheart.
She
Yeah.
is amazing.
And
Yeah.
don't stress about the homeschooling thing. Trust me. There is a network of people. I'm
Look
gonna
at
throw
all
this-
these comments coming across right now. Mary Lou
is.
North is so sweet. Yeah, we
I'm going to do
agree.
a throw out there for anybody that does have children with homeschooling issues. Check out RV Miles. It's a podcast. They were in a schoolie. They just moved out, but they have 3 kids, and they do a whole bunch of stuff on homeschooling as well. And so moving on to Harvest Host, so we can kind of stay on topic here. That is a membership plan, and it allows you access to hundreds, well, actually over 1,000 of businesses and different places that you can park overnight for free. But, and here's the little asterisk there, they do ask that you support the business that you're staying at. So you go in and you buy something or you have dinner there. Now there are some places that will have a required minimum expense. That's starting to happen now. But you know that all in advance. So if you see one like that and you don't want to spend that money, you don't go to those.
Yeah.
But this
So-
is, let me just cover
Okay,
the cost.
sure.
It's $79 a year for the membership. You can get 15% off. There's tons of people that offer the discounts, including us. If you go to our website, click on our deals and discounts, you can click through a link and you can save 15%, and it would only be $67.15, and that covers you for a whole year.
Yeah, like Kerry said, there are so many people that have that code. So feel free to support anybody who has that code. William, do you have a Harvest Host
I do,
thing?
but use theirs.
Oh,
It's
come
fine.
on now.
It's fine.
But no, to answer the question here that segued us into this, what's the difference? I think the biggest difference is that Harvest Host is typically your businesses,
Yeah.
whereas Boondockers Welcome are typically your just people. Now there are
A couple
there are
crossovers.
crossovers, but So that would be the biggest difference. And I'll tell you right now, Harvest Host is my favorite one.
We've used it so many
Yeah.
times. We just did it over the weekend, Friday night. We tried a new one. We had been down in this area last year. We went to the Bee Barn in Zolfo Springs last year, and not too far away in Sebring, there is a new bistro and beer garden. And it had amazing food. I know we talked about it a little bit on Friday nights thing, but you were talking about some of your favorite ones as well.
Well, actually, I'm just getting ready to do my first one
Oh, that's
coming
right,
up
we were
here
talking.
real soon. I've actually got the upgraded membership, so I think it was like 100.
So you have the
The
golf
golf club.
courses and
Yeah.
stuff? Okay.
Yeah, just because I like to go hit golf balls every now and again.
There you go.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
actually, I'm planning on using some, but I will be using my first one here in a couple of weeks. But I've researched it a lot, and I mean, it looks incredible. And like you said, there is the cost of they want you to come in and spend money, but it's really stuff you want to anyway. It's really places you would want to stop either way.
Yeah, and that's how I look at this. I look at it where if you're going to I like the restaurants, I like the wineries, I like the breweries because I'm going to drink wine and beer anyways. I'm going to drink wine and beer anyways. I'm going to eat. So to me, these are places I'd go to, and then once I go to them, I get free camping for the night. Your first one that you're going to is one that Kerry and I have actually been at, which is the Tallahassee Auto Museum, Auto and Collectibles Museum,
Yep.
I think is the full name. That is an awesome one. I'm super excited.
Bike
Maybe,
Teachers on Adventures.
hey guys, thanks for joining us. Maybe we can do that together, William.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I am, and actually, y'all said even the dogs are allowed to go in, so that's
Yeah.
a
They
big
are.
deal for
And
us.
I think that was our first. The toughest one is the first stay. It's like when I call, what do I say? How do I go check in? And they're all different. But once you've done it a couple times, you get very comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Only Adventure asked, I have a question about Harvest Host. Can you see the locations before you purchase a membership? I heard there aren't many in Florida, but I'm not sure if that's accurate. No, you cannot see the membership information before. And but I think it does let you see roughly how many.
All right, Donna, thanks for joining us.
Oh, bye, Donna. They do have more and more being added every month. As I mentioned,
And there actually is a lot in Florida.
yeah, they're
Yes,
growing.
you're right.
There's a lot more.
I got to tell you, 3 of my favorite RV or Harvest Hosts are here in Florida. Number 1 would be Island Grove Winery. That place is fantastic.
that one.
Then
Far Reach Ranch.
Far Reach Ranch, which is a blueberry farm. That place is fantastic.
And strawberries.
Yep, just like Lewis got. And then also the one we were just talking about, Tallahassee, is mine. Do you want to show them that real
Is it
quick?
okay if I show
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
That only Adventure, so I'll put this up here for you. I don't know how good that's going to show up, but that is their map. So as you can see, Florida is nothing but a big dot.
So that means there's a lot there.
Yes.
So they are everywhere. So that is the app, and that's everything you got available. And if you have any questions, and I hope Russ and Kerry don't mind this, if you'll email me at
Yes.
camperliferv@gmail.com, I'll reach out to you, and we can go through all of it, and maybe that'll help you some.
There
Yeah,
you go.
exactly. William is a great source of information. So feel free to reach out to William. He gave you your email. We'll put the email down in the links below. Of course, you can always get a hold of us as well on our website. I can't say enough about Harvest Host.
I
Well-
think I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
So Mary Lou North asked, made a comment, I'm looking forward to trying Harvest Host once we're on the road in the fall. That price is amazing that we got. And for those people that don't know, you could buy a membership and put it on hold until you hit the road. So if you wanted to give it as a gift to someone, but you want them to have that whole year's worth of benefit, let's say you know somebody that just got a camper and they're not going to hit the road till June, but their birthday's next month. You could actually buy them that membership and just have them activate it in June when they hit the road.
Yeah. Yeah. So you
So-
can pause it. Yeah. But only in the beginning. You can't pause it in the middle.
Yeah, not midway, but you can delay the start date for it if you wanted to. And so I'm trying to see if there's any other questions. And
So Mary Lou says she didn't know she could do that.
oh yeah, that was something we had just learned when we were at Hershey and we were talking to the people while they were there. Now,
Yeah, Mary Lou, and she put UGG at the end because I'm sure she's probably gone through some of that time. But
if they haven't used it yet, or if you haven't used it yet,
you can get a hold of, I'll tell you what, Harvest Hosts are very easy to work
They
with.
are.
You could email them, explain, say, hey, I just found out about this. on a YouTube video. Can I pause this, to start later?
Russ
I'm
and
sure
Kerry
they'd work
told
with you.
me that. And then if that doesn't work, to say The Godfather said so.
The Godfather, yeah.
The Godfather said so. Rosebud's Travels, I think they're asking us, did you guys homeschool? We actually homeschooled our son for a little bit of time when we lived in Las Vegas. We lived in Las Vegas right when that big housing boom was going on, and the school system was really not the best at the time. So we opted to pull Brett out, and we homeschooled.
Kerry homeschooled.
It was a fantastic experience,
Yeah.
and I'm not afraid of it, where I almost wish we had fell into this lifestyle earlier, and I would have just hit the road with him and taken him.
Just like what we were talking about on another live stream, I believe it was actually Friday night. The amazing thing about homeschooling nowadays is there's so many resources to go to, online resources, but what it really helped, where the RV life intersects with that, is you can live what you're teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we are going to go to Gettysburg. We are going to go to Battle Little Bighorn.
Learning it and feeling it and being able to touch it and see it, that helps
Yes.
so much. Actually, and I don't know if they're in here, and I don't hope you don't mind, but like our national adventure, that's what I tell
Yeah,
them
they're
all
in
the
here.
time. Okay, yeah. So I tell them that all the time in their videos. You see their kids getting to go, just go experience this stuff.
Yep.
That is such a much better way to learn it.
Yeah, I tell you right now, if we would have known about this lifestyle when our kids were younger, we would have done it in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
And
I would have 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Jurgen's, going back to Harvest Host real quick, said, I saw the videos that we did with the one on the jets and the planes. Love to stay at that one. I believe that's the one in Big Springs, Texas.
Yes.
And that was the
Hangar
25.
Hangar 25.
Oh, that place was
Yeah,
very,
it was very cool.
And so there were some bonus ones in the article that we read. Now, one is called Happy Camper, which is much like Passport America. It's $40 a year for membership, and it gives you 50% off campgrounds. But the author does say that it's a little bit tougher to find the campgrounds that you can actually use that for, but if you can find them, it's a good deal. And the other one, this one I never heard of before. I don't know if anybody else in the room has heard of it. It's called Overnight RV.
Yeah, never heard of it.
And I want to make sure I get that name right in case anybody else knows about it. Overnight RV Parking is what it's called, and it's $25 a year, and it works much like Harvest Host, where you get an app with access to all these places, and it lets you know where you can park overnight for free, either through affiliations with different places or experiences that people have had and they know, like a Walmart and stuff like that.
Very cool.
So I might test that one out.
Let's open this up to everybody now. Let's see what you kind of, if you have any questions or any comments on any that we talked about or anything that we really didn't talk about, or if you just want to say powder to powder here, we can go ahead
Before
and do that
Russ's
as well.
phone died, because when we froze a little bit earlier, he got that low battery warning. So for so POA said, for those of us that heard Fabian talk this weekend about homeschooling, we are currently not expecting. They said, we are currently not expecting. He's just hoping for a boy.
There you go. Yeah, I know. Not only expecting, but it's a boy.
You find out the real news here.
So somebody said something about, here we go,
Our
RV Butterfly.
Our National Adventure said, have a great day, everyone. Have to run, but we have a premiere later today. Hope to chat again later. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, bye. I didn't have my coffee in hand. Did you notice that?
So let's see here. Mary Lou North, what did she say? That discussion
with Good Sam. I was under the impression roadside service is a completely different membership add-on. So they offer very basic stuff with that, where the add-on gives you a lot of the benefits. The Good Sam part will get you in touch with a place, so you don't have to sit there and try to find directories and try to find someone that's reputable in an area. So the one that comes with your basic membership will get you in touch with people. They don't really cover you, but they do an add-on one that will help with that. So I hope that clarifies it a little bit.
Good clarification. Jurgen asked about church parking lots.
Yes, so Patty and Patrick had mentioned one before. I think it was Faith.
I remember that.
Yeah, Patrick, if you're still in the room, if you could type that in.
We do have it on one of our live streams where we talked about boondocking.
Yeah,
we will put a link to that.
Yeah, I did a whole write-up on it, and it's in there, in that blog post on our website, and it's got a link to that. And then I did want to give a shout out to Monique and William. They are going to look at getting their RV today.
Awesome, guys.
I'm so
Well,
ready for
good
that
luck.
video.
Yeah, we
Yes.
all
Yes.
wait for that. So good luck, guys, and give us all an update because we're really curious about that.
So James Cantonese is saying that they're interested in escapees for the mail service when they go full time. I have to say it's been good and bad for us. Well, I wouldn't say bad. It's been good and kind of disappointing. So they are really good at getting the mail to you, but when you need something overnighted, if you get something very
Call them.
important, you've got to call them because we've done it twice now.
And they don't overnight it.
They'll
Or
send
they
it
didn't.
express, and we've needed it overnight. So
Yeah, so what happens is there's a form, you go in and you select, okay, we're at this location, please forward your mail to this place, and this is the mail service you want sent. And then they send you a confirmation email with all your stuff that you selected, and that way that's what they're supposed to follow. We selected next day mail, and it went priority. And that's happened twice now, so I know now if I ever need that, I'm just gonna have to call them and follow up
And get a
to
name.
make sure that they
Yeah.
see that part. And I think if you do that, it'll be no problem because they really are customer service based, and
Yeah.
they're very good people. So that's just one extra step we'd have to
So
do.
Janice Day, my mother, just popped in the room. I see a lot of people saying hello to her. There we go. Travels with Delaney. Just put the link up there, www.faithfulparking.com.
Faithfulparking.com. Thank you, Patrick.
There you go, Jurgen. That's the one you want to check out. James also asked another question about do they do your mail online as well? And
Yes.
they offer a scan service, right?
Yeah. So you can have them just scan the outside of the envelope and you get that and you can see, all right, that's just going to be junk mail, and you can choose destroy it and then don't send it to me, or please open it and scan the contents. That's what I do a lot because a lot of times I just need a record of some of it and they take care of all the scanning for me. I save it in my little digital file warehouse and then I tell them to destroy it after they've scanned it. And what that does is it saves you money when you do have them send your mail to wherever you're at. It's a lot lighter because they're not sending as much mail to you and you get that immediacy. I've found we can typically go almost 2 months before we really have to have our mail sent to us unless we're waiting for some specific piece of mail.
Yeah.
So that has really come in handy. And to get it, I mean, I was worried about it at the beginning, but it's very easy now. Any post office, the majority of post offices will let you send it to them general delivery. Doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we get a lot of our mail sent to us when we're out and about. When we're in Florida, we typically will just have it sent to mom's house, but we do a lot of general delivery.
Okay, so we have hit up the hour.
All right.
Thank you, Powder, for joining us.
No.
This is
Powder,
William.
welcome y'all for having me.
No,
It's like
but
I'm never going back.
guys, if you haven't already checked out Camper Life's William, I was gonna say his nickname, but I'm not going
No.
to. Camper Life's videos and channel, please swing by there. He actually helped us out. 2 videos that I can think
you're a
of.
lifesaver.
Yeah, 2 videos that helped us out in particular was your Togo install video, and William was actually kind enough to talk to us on the phone and answer some questions that we had about that install. And that's the whole reason we got the Togo, was because of your video, which is doing quite well. You've got what, like 6,000 views?
Right at 6,000 views.
Yeah. And then another video was that's the whole reason we became 1,000 Trails members, was also because of you. So you're very, no, we've had good experiences with it. You're very influential, and we thank you for putting the content you do out there because it helps all of us
Thank you
out.
all. Yeah, I mean, this is.
I think it's the dimples that just is that trustworthiness. It's like, hey, buy this from me. Get this from me.
So Extraordinary Journey is
Russ needs
saying
dimples.
Camper Life is a good friend. Deborah Cadet, well, I can't read them as fast as you. But anyways, guys, we did go over our hour. We'll let you get back to watching the playoffs. We thank you so much for joining us, and we will be doing another live Friday night.
All right. Thank you, guys. Safe travels.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye, guys.